Hi there, lovelies. I'm Rhonda Crimes. I'm a life and leadership coach, supporting everyday people just like you to reflect and rework your everyday stories so you can step into the everyday leadership of your families and communities and create compelling, meaningful, and fruitful lives every day. And today, let's talk about forming dreams. Have you ever noticed that sometimes something happens and it's exactly like you've imagined or seen it for yourself somewhere before? Or you've been thinking of changing something and then all of a sudden an opportunity presents itself to create that change. Maybe you're thinking about going somewhere and a friend randomly invites you along on a holiday to that very location. We say, that's lucky, or what a coincidence. But what if there is more to it than that? In my Tuesday Live this week, I shared how I've been invited into the one of many in-house coaching fold last week. Lucky, hey? But there are 10 or so other certified one of many coaches in Australia. They chose me. Lucky, hey? But I say, no, it wasn't luck. I manifested this opportunity. Now I hear you say, and you gasp, oh, Rhonda, what is this woo-woo magic you speak of? There is no such thing as manifesting. Let me share what I've come to believe. It isn't the truth, by the way, but when I act like it is the truth, it opens the door to curious exploration of what is possible. So I believe we're all connected. To the naked eye, it looks like we are independent formations. I, in my body, standing with my hand resting on the trunk of a tree beside me. But if we were able to see deeper into our forms, we actually know molecules, atoms, particles, subparticles, and space make up matter. Science has proven that matter is made up of 99.9999 to the 12th decimal place percent space. It is that space that connects everything, and within that space there is primary energy. Something that the ancient cultures have been telling us about. Life energy connecting everything to everything else. Okay, that was deep. Are you still with me? I promise it's going to get lighter, but I wanted you to have a scientific and a spiritual understanding of connection. So when I was attending the one of many coaches cert training in the UK in February 2019, and Joe told us they were coming to Australia, I had a deep knowing that I would be part of it. I set an intention in that very moment that I would play some part in that plan. And I spoke it out loud to the people around me. Then I did some serious dreaming about it. I envisaged what I might do, how I might be involved, what role or roles I could play. And I did this in just about every quiet moment. Dreaming on trains, dreaming waiting in airports, dreaming on the plane and in the car trips. Then when I got home, I set about to make manifest my dream using this 8-step framework, also a one of many tool. This is how I did it, but I've also created a handout as a guide with some suggestions for you to try. The link is in the post. So step 1, set the scene. I selected some music that I've used for meditation in the past. My eldest son calls it chiropractor music because that type of music was played in the waiting room when he was a lad. My choice is an album called Pure Tranquility by Stephen Rhodes. I lit a candle because I like to stare into the flickering flame. I also had my journal and a pen sitting within easy reach. Step 2 is get into a relaxed, wordless state. So I sat on my couch with the music playing softly and my candle in front of me, my feet flat on the floor, my hands cupped upwards in my lap. And I took some deep breaths in through my nose and out through my mouth, and I focused on the sensation of my breath moving in and out of my body slowly and calmly. Step 3, feel your connection with everything. I felt deeply into the interdependence I spoke of earlier. For me, there is a divinity within the energy I can sense and envision coursing through me as I breathe. I can imagine the purity of the source energy entering my body with my inhale and the impurities being released with every exhale. I felt the couch underneath me, the air on my skin, and then gradually there is no meeting point. I'm unaware of that distinction. So step 4, imagination of your dream. So now I'm ready to receive the imaginations. I allow them to come to me. That is part of the divinity for me as well. Sure, I have brought the knowing of my intention, but I'm neutral to what happens next. My word for source energy is the universe. Yours may be God or Jehovah or Allah or quantum physics. It doesn't really matter what you call it or believe it to be. So I opened up to see, hear, or feel what presents for me. I noticed any smells and tastes. I really tuned into my senses in an instinctive way. Now, to be clear, there is no right or wrong way of receiving this information. Some people see images or almost videos playing in their mind's eye. They hear voices guiding them. I see patterns of light, sometimes exploding in bright colour, and I get a sense of words forming into fractured sentences. Now, I'm still not sure if I see them or hear them, but rather I feel the words. Step 5, let it go. So, when the moment passed and it felt complete, I let it go, back into the universe. Almost like I'd exhaled and a cloud floated off into the sky to dissipate and reconnect wherever it needed to go. Step 6, write it. So then I opened my journal and I wrote as much of the vision as I could, in as much detail as my words could form. I didn't attach emotions, so I didn't write, "Oh my God, I'm really excited to," blah. It was more anecdotal, a repository for the description, to capture the intensity of the dream in words and hold them in a safe place, so I could revisit them at will. Step 7, inspired action. So then I continued to take action toward the vision of the role I was to play, bringing one of many to Australia, or being here ready to receive it when it did arrive. I truly believe in divine timing, and that requires patience and not being attached to the outcome. Which is not to say I didn't work really hard letting the universe know I was serious about this. I did go back to the UK 3 more times that year. I studied hard, I participated fully in every manner I could. And then finally, step 8, add to your thinking and thanking each night. I would find gratitude for the progress I was making, the new insights that I was discovering, and relate them to how that would help me, or one of many, when I was involved with the Australian contingent. So when I got the call, oh hell yes, I was super excited, but surprised to receive the invitation. It had always just been a matter of when. And I don't say that to be arrogant, because even after I had received the call from Annie, the head of coaching at One of Many, and was going into the assessment, I was still neutral to the outcome. Either way it went, I was still progressing toward my vision. If I was successful now, fantastic, I can serve my vision through coaching. If I wasn't successful, I knew and trusted the universe had another plan that would unveil itself to me in due course. And I could just chalk this one up to being a great opportunity to learn from and refine further. If this sounds interesting for you to give manifesting or forming dreams a go, click on the link in the post to grab the beautiful Forming Dreams PDF I've created using the One of Many 8-step framework to help guide you towards your dreams. Now, before I go, I wanted to share soft power principle number 9. Your heart's desires and the will of Source are the same thing. It's up to you to get really clear what is your heart's desire, to let your version of Source know about it, and then take inspired action toward it. Without all the steps, it's just a wish and a hope outside of yourself. I hope this has been really helpful today, and please remember, if your now is not the picture that you've painted for yourself and you'd like any help on this discovery path, or maybe something completely different that you intuitively know or feel isn't letting your true colours shine through, please get in touch with me. You can do it so easily. Just leave a comment, send me a private message, drop an email, or pop onto my Calendly online diary using the link I've provided, and we can set up an obligation-free curiosity call and see if we're a good fit for each other. Much love until next time.